Morning, everybody. It's a bit weird, so I usually do presentations with a PowerPoint, so my safety blanket's been taken away. But it's good because it's given me an opportunity to approach it differently, and hopefully it will be useful to you all. So firstly, I just wanted to point out that you probably have seen you've got a little collection of things in front of you from myself. One, there's an invite to our new office launch on Thursday, so you're all more than welcome to come along. Two, there is a little lanyard here which is all great. When you're going to networking, you haven't got a name badge, just slot your business card in there, and it's handy, so hopefully that'll be useful. And then the rest of it you'll sort of see as I talk through where we will be using those. So I'm going to talk about customer journey, and some of you may think, what is the customer journey? For me, and in what we do, it's how you're attracting, converting and retaining clients in your business. So a bit more information about the three of those, and I'm going to be a bit interactive today, so hopefully you'll join in. I'm going to use a flip chart. So first of all, what do you think, and I've put a couple of ideas up there at the moment, but what do you think in activity-wise that you guys do with design and print to attract customers? Any ideas? Obviously you've got a couple there. It's all about your brand awareness, it's all about maybe promoting your prices and packages, sharing your story, sharing your services. Has anybody got any other things that they think it might be?
Networking.
Actually I might not write them all up because it would take too long. The networking, promotional products, your adverts, putting across why you're different from competitors is always important, and you may do that using social media, you may do that sort of with adverts in magazines, in talks and presentations. You just said you've been to an expo, so this is all about building your brand awareness and getting in front of the right people, your target market. But with all of this, it's really important to make sure that you do have your brand awareness and it's consistent. A lot of people do things here, there, everywhere, a bit themselves, but it's really, really important, and it's easy to forget the impact that it can make if it's not consistent throughout. Then we've got convert. So any more ideas on how maybe you guys are converting? To give you a bit more of an insight to what I mean by that, because it's kind of forgotten. It's why someone should choose you. So you might have got the inquiry through from the activity that you've done to attract them, but what is it that you're doing to convert them, get them to say yes? You might have a long period of time between point of inquiry, sending the quote, thinking it's all great and lovely, but then do you just leave them? You know, are you following them up? What activities are you doing? Some of the things that you can use for this are testimonials, explaining why you're different or why you use us. Anything else?
Case studies, yeah.
What about sending them little branded things, just a reminder that you're there?
Little postcards, yeah, just that touch point. And it depends, everyone's different here. There's got lots of different businesses, and different things work for different people. You might have something that you're buying and it's quite immediate, or they've shown an interest and they'll sort of go on and buy it straight away. But a lot of people send quotes, and it's what you're doing as sending that quote. A lot of people just type a little quote in an email, but is there something that makes you look more professional, sort of giving the benefits of your products or services when you send that quote over? Any others?
I think as well, when you do your quote, making sure that you've taken the time to understand exactly what they're looking for, and then you do your quote and a proposal matched to what they want.
Yeah.
I also try to ask the client if they have any further questions, because that keeps the dialogue going.
Yeah, sort of leaving it with like an open. You could send them a sample, again, different industries, but you could, they've inquired and you've got a couple of weeks have passed. With follow-up postcard, maybe the branded postcard, you could send a little sample, say, I thought you might find this useful. And it's all about building trust and relationships at this point, so asking the questions and things is important. Using customer feedback is something that people forget. I ask a lot of businesses, do you do questionnaires? And they say yes, and I say that's great, because obviously you can find out feedback and information about how you're working with someone, so it's great for yourself to improve your services. But actually then using the results of that in like an infographic, and what I mean by that is like a visual, just put together like a little folder that you can give out, say this is what our customers are saying, alongside maybe some testimonials. And it's showcasing your expertise, so things like blogging, video blogs, for those that don't know. are all things that you can do to help convert a potential customer into an existing customer. And then the last one is retain. So I was going to write up, but I think I'm just going to waste time. So again, I've put a couple up there. And retain is all about how you're keeping your clients. And a lot of people do so much activity to attract a client. They put all their energies and efforts into attracting a client, and they forget about when a client becomes an existing client of theirs. What are you doing to stay in touch? You know, have you done an amazing job? Are you following up? Are you finding out what else you could have done with the customer feedback? But then that will encourage referrals, and then that is actually a new client. So a lot of people forget about putting energy into the retaining the client side. So things that can help are collaboration, sort of working alongside other businesses to collaborate. So you're offering more than what you just offer, so therefore you've got that consistency and ongoing relationship. Vouchers, you know, you might be doing a special offer, and as an existing client, then feel free to come along or feel free to use this offer. Thank yous. It is amazing the amount of people I speak to that say they don't thank their clients in any way, even if it's just an email or, you know. But really, it's about everyone's got different levels of clients, so you don't want to then go and spend lots of money on a client that spent £10 with you. But you know, finding that level and working out what you can be doing there. But also making sure it's branded, because they'll put it up in their office. They'll, you know, when they receive it, they'll open it. People in the office or people at home or, you know, whoever your target market is will be opening it up and they'll say, oh, what's that? And that's nice. Oh, what did they do for you? Referral. You know, there's that ongoing thing. So any other things about retaining clients?
Loyalty card.
Loyalty cards, yeah, that's great. Your key's on there, isn't there? Any others? You've got referral schemes. So it's really great we do all these referrals, but it's anything to encourage your existing clients to do referrals. You know, it's not forcing them or giving them like, if you do this, I'll give you this. Like, there's little perks that you can do with referral schemes, but it's how you communicate the best way. It might just be that they don't know what questions to ask, or they might be in the conversation but then forget to give that. So is there a little voucher that they can give? And that's quite a nice thing as somebody like helping a friend. Oh, if you use this voucher, you'll get this money off, and you know, it's a nice thing too. You get a nice buzz out of it. It's just putting these things in place. Wow moments, I talk about these quite a lot, and these are things that you could be doing to stand out, make it different, make a talking point. So I've heard of a cleaning company, they fold up the little toilet paper into a V, and they stick a little Busy Bees cleaning sticker on it, which sounds ridiculous, but you know, you might not be the first person to use your upstairs toilet, downstairs toilet. You might have friends over and they'll be like, what's this? And then you've got a talking point, and or lemonade on the table at the end of like doing a job, and it's branded label, and they'll say, who's that from? There's loads and loads that I could go on and on and on. It's all just about communication with retaining clients and keeping in touch, setting a 3-month follow-up. So, what I wanted to do is briefly go over our customer journey, and it looks complicated, but everyone has a different customer journey, and I sit down with businesses and find out what theirs is. So I thought I'll go through ours because that will give you an insight, and then depending on time, in front of you you've got a customer journey review which I'll sit down and go through, and then I'll write up a report at the end. But on the back there's a place where we sit down and do this. What's your key points of contact on attracting, converting and retaining? And then what I do is go, well, have you thought about here, you could do this, have you thought about here? So just on our customer journey, because we do design and print ad hoc as well for businesses, but we've got a customer journey process. So ours is, once their interest is shown, they've got a date booked in for a review. We carry out the review, we send a report, there's a follow-up call, and then we confirm their design packages and they go ahead in an ideal situation. But there are things that we go through along the way, as you can see. So interest shown is all about this, brand awareness, having presentations, making sure people are going away with branded products and things to continue that on. Email marketing, explain a video. So I've got a video that explains the customer journey, so if someone's showing interest, I'll follow up and send that. Networking, so I take folded leaflets, which you've all got one in front, which explains more about the customer journey. Prizes, referrals, so all of this shows into that interest shown, and it all links, it's all got to be brand consistent, so that when people are seeing all these different channels, which in marketing, I think there's someone in marketing probably agree, there's like 7 points of contact before someone actually feels like they're seeing. It could just be driving past and seeing a sign, but then it could be seen on social media, etc. So then date confirmed, so I confirm by email, and I think it's going to take too long, but here I send a postcard to confirm the date in the post before we've even sat down and had the review. We carry out the review, and at that review I've got a fold out, it's over there, but where we sort of go through and it all shows and explains our products and services. And here we've then got a post-it notes and sort of little giveaways and things. So again, it's showing that sort of brand consistency. Send the report, which is fully branded. It's all consistent with our branding. And then it's communication. So then I connect with them on social media and things. So we've got that ongoing. And then we confirm the design packages. So this is all about attracting, and then we move on, and then I've got a client, so it's really, really great. I send a wow, I won't tell you what it is. But then obviously there's all these other different points. We start working with them. I then send, part of our customer journey is we have a 3, 6 and 9 month review. So I send a postcard before that 3 month follow up. There'll be other email communication, this is all additions. To say your 3 months is due, we'll give you a call. So you've got that, they know that that call's coming, it's not going to be an inconvenience to them. And then we reuse and go over the fold out, and then we've got 6 and 9 month, as I say, and we'll go through next steps, and I'll introduce our referral scheme. And then moving on from that, we've got the end of package, and people then, again, this is all that retaining side, and it could be that they're with you on a monthly package and it ends, or it could be that they've brought a product and then it ends. And then they stop communication, they stop speaking to them. And it's things that are useful, so this is like the blogging, it's not like spam. It's blogs, it's sending thank you cards at the end of them becoming a client. Please bear us in mind, here's our other services in case you find it useful. It could be that you have an end meeting. Everyone's got a different scenario, which is why a customer journey is bespoke to you and your business. And then you might look to give them a follow-up call or send them a postcard in 3 months or invite them to an event. So then there's so many other things that you can go through. So you've got email marketing, invite them to an event, get them to join you, thank them for referrals, because even though they've stopped using you because they've got what they need, they may refer you. So then send them a little thank you card. Most importantly, just think about what you can be doing to stand out, and it might just be that you walk away from today and be like, I'm going to get some branded thank you cards and make sure I'm starting to say thank you to my clients. But please do call me and have a chat, because I get really excited, as some of you will know in the room. Every business is individual and different, and the way that you work with your clients is so different. So it's always going to be an individual way of improving and enhancing your customer journey. There's more information in the fold out that you've got, and lastly, we've got a launch on Thursday, so please do make sure from 5:30 come along. There's drinks, nibbles. We're based in Hartley, Whitney, and you're all more than welcome. But speak to me if you've got any questions, and go away and have a little think about what you can be doing to enhance your customer journey. Thank you.